Hey everybody, Baryon Collectibles here, and if you're watching this the day it uploads, today is a day where we get to see Naruto in his Baryon mode for the first time in a fight. To celebrate that, I wanted to showcase a one-of-a-kind statue that I had bought from somebody in the Philippines who made this with their bare hands. This is not somebody, who did 3D sculpting, so it might not be at the level or caliber that you normally see on my channel, but nonetheless, it's amazing, and the only really Naruto statue on the market with him in this mode. I will mention also, this statue is not going to fit in my collection long term, so I'm going to be posting it up on eBay for anybody that does want to try and purchase that. So I'll do a link in the description. Also in the comment section, I'll pin it up there if you want to check that out. But we'll jump in, take a look at this, and I hope everybody enjoyed that episode today. Also, let me know in the comment section what you're thinking about Boruto right now. How's the anime doing? Did you enjoy the episode? Are you looking forward to the next one as well? I will go ahead and jump in and take a look at the statue. Also, whoever the winner of the auction is, I will send them a free BAM Collectibles t-shirt as well. Looking on the bottom of the base, we'll see Ren Custom Art on the left side with his signature. On the right side, we'll see the logo for my channel, BAM Collectibles. So this is a custom-made version just for me. AP, it stands for Artist Proof Version. So there we go. This is, again, a custom, one-of-a-kind made just for me variant of this statue. The color of the statue is not as yellow as you saw on the bottom, so don't be worried about that. If we look on the base, we'll see his name on that front logo. And then also just a Rocky themed diorama baked in there, very large notch to hold his foot peg. And then also there's a few holes that we can see in here that are going to hold some of the rods. By rods, I mean the rods that Isshiki uses to attack people, shrinks them down, makes them enlarge. And so he actually sculpted 3 different ones as seen here that just spiky on the bottom and the top, so it does go into the base nicely. We'll just take closely a look at this one right here so you can see how they're sculpted. Pretty basic, not too much going on here. The base itself is pretty standard, and the reason for that is this was called a museum pose statue, so it's mainly going to be the character just standing there, no huge diorama baked into it. And we'll see here that the legs and feet were sculpted separately, all as one unit. We can see some nice shading going on there in the foot gear. I will say kind of the toes do blend together a little bit. That is something that probably just happens as you paint and put some layers onto there. Nice wrinkles going throughout the pants here. The backside of Naruto is looking pretty flat. That's primarily because we're going to have the giant cloak that's going to be installed later. You're not even going to see anything like that. We'll see the notch where the steel rod's going to go into later. So it's great that he was able to incorporate steel rods into this build for the integrity of everything. And then we have the upper torso and chest area where we're sculpted together. There's that steel rod that I mentioned with the notch. Again, for this to be hand painted and hand sculpted, he did a great job. We can see the clean work with the orange lines on the very bottom of the outfit. On the top of the shoulder, we'll notice this hole here. That's actually going to be where a steel rod that's in the cloak is going to key into later for the integrity on that. If I would offer some constructive criticism, I'd probably say that the arm length and the hand size may be a little bit off proportionate. That could have been sized a little bit differently. From a distance, it actually is okay there. We can see they did sculpt kind of the claw, nail looking things in there. And here's the notch that's going to house the head later. It looks a little longer. The neck looks long. That's primarily because he has that cloak that's a layer that's going to fit over top. Here is the cloak. I got to say, this is the absolute best thing he did on this statue. It's amazing to see how this is all one giant piece. There's that steel rod that I mentioned before, and it's just incredible to hold all this cloak. It has each 9 tails represented on here. We have the black lines that are on each actual tail, and then we have the good shading. We can see kind of the darker orange down into the yellowish orange color. The back, the way that he sculpted all these black lines onto it was perfect. And again, the paint job for this is amazing for it to be done all by hand. Again, I do want to mention that the colors are off from what we see in the anime because this statue was made many months ago when all we knew was the manga and we had to guess what it would have looked like. Honestly, I kind of like this colorization better than what we see in the show. Maybe I'm alone in that. Let me know in the comment section below if you like the more reddish tone or this orange-yellow look. Looks amazing from the back angle, and not to spoil anything, but it's going to be sad that we're not going to be able to see this mode very often because of the high cost that comes with using it. Such a cool looking mode. Here we have the head sculpt. One of the first things you'll notice is the notch that keys into the neck isn't painted. That's primarily because it just slides right in. It would be chipping off paint if you put some in there. There is the hair color they chose for it, and the eye markings look great here. One cool thing is usually people use like stickers for eye decals. This is, again, all hand painted, so impressive they were able to accomplish that. The likeness of this to Naruto's face is not perfect, but it's not too off to where you can't enjoy it or know who the heck this is in the statue. throwing some LEDs in there for some fun effects. This statue is a 1/6 scale, sits around 16 inches, just slightly under 16 inches. And again, I mentioned it's a museum pose, so it's primarily just him standing here. And again, I'm really impressed for this being a custom work. You know, we don't really have a baseline for any other Baryon Mode statues out there, so it's great to see kind of one of the first one enter the market. And again, this is going to be exclusively available on eBay if you want to check that out. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's not something we do often to be able to show custom pieces, but great timing to be able to finally showcase this on the channel. If you haven't seen the episode, I hope you do enjoy it. And again, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Do what you love and love what you do. Bam out.